Hey everyone, welcome to Emma Daily Podcast.
I'm Emma. Hi, everyone. Hi, Emma. I'm Michael. Emma, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Have you ever noticed something strange? Some people know less English than you, but somehow they speak more confidently.
That's true.
And maybe you felt this too. You watch English videos, you understand a lot, you learn new words every week, but when it's your turn to speak, your mind suddenly goes quiet.
Yes, and that can feel really frustrating because you know more English than you think.
So, what's missing? More grammar? More vocabulary?
Not always. Sometimes the missing piece is simple daily speaking practice.
I think many listeners needed to hear that.
And that's why today's episode is special. Today is day 1 of our 5-day English speaking challenge.
5 days sounds much easier than 5 months.
Exactly. No pressure, no difficult lessons, just real English, real speaking practice, and small daily progress.
So, what happens today?
Today, you'll practice real English sentences that people use every day. And before this episode ends, you'll speak more English than you probably did yesterday.
Okay, now I'm curious.
Good, because what happens in the next few minutes might change the way you practice English forever. Let's begin.
I'm a little nervous.
Nervous? Why?
Well, this is day 1 of our 5-day English speaking challenge, and we're going to practice a lot of English today. What if I forget words? What if I make mistakes? What if my English sounds strange?
Michael, can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
Almost every English learner feels exactly the same way. Some people are afraid of making mistakes. Some people understand English but cannot speak. And some people keep waiting for the perfect time to start speaking.
That sounds familiar.
And that's why we're here. Not to be perfect, just to practice. One sentence at a time. One small step at a time.
That actually makes me feel better.
Good, because by the end of these 5 days, I want you to feel more comfortable speaking English. Not perfect, just more confident than you are today.
I like that. Small progress feels possible.
Exactly. And everyone listening right now, I want you to remember something. You do not need perfect grammar to start speaking. You do not need a perfect accent. You only need the courage to say one more sentence.
That's a powerful thought.
So let's begin with something simple. Just imagine we're having coffee together and talking like friends. No pressure, no tests, just real English. Michael, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty well today. A little nervous, but also excited.
That's a great answer. And listeners, maybe you feel the same way. A little nervous, a little excited, and maybe a little curious about what will happen during these next 5 days.
I know I am.
Good, because in a moment, we're going to start speaking together, and you might be surprised by how much English you already know.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Perfect. Then let's take our first small step together.
Yes, exactly. That's why I joined this 5-day English speaking challenge. I understand a lot of English now, but when I try to speak, I still feel nervous. Sometimes I know the words, but they don't come out.
Michael, can I tell you something?
Of course.
Almost every English learner feels that way at the beginning. You understand more than you think. The problem is not knowledge. The problem is practice.
That makes sense.
And the good news is, practice changes everything. The more you listen, the more you speak, the easier English starts to feel. Little by little, your brain stops translating every sentence.
I would love that. Sometimes translating feels so slow.
It is slow, but don't worry. You're not trying to become perfect in one day. That's why this is a 5-day English speaking challenge. 5 small steps, one day at a time.
That sounds much less scary.
Good, because confidence grows from action, not from waiting.
So, what should listeners do every day?
Keep it simple. Listen to English every day, speak a little every day, and don't be afraid of mistakes.
Simple advice, but probably the advice most people need.
Exactly. And now, let's practice some real-life English, because English becomes easier when we use it in real situations.
Okay, I'm ready.
Imagine this. You walk into a small restaurant. You're hungry. The waiter comes to your table. What do you say?
Okay, let's try.
Good evening. Welcome. How many people today?
Just me, please.
Perfect. Right this way. Can I get you something to drink?
Yes, please. Can I have some water?
Of course. And are you ready to order, or would you like a few more minutes?
A few more minutes, please.
Perfect. See how natural that sounds?
Actually, that feels easier than I expected.
Because real English is often simple. Now let's try another situation. Imagine we're meeting for coffee after a long time.
Okay.
Hey, Michael, long time no see. How have you been?
I've been pretty good. A little busy lately, but I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great. So what have you been doing recently?
Well, I've been practicing English every day, and right now I'm doing this 5-day speaking challenge.
That's awesome. And how do you feel so far?
Honestly, more confident than I felt yesterday.
That's exactly what we want. Not perfect, just a little better every day.
I like that.
One more situation.
Let's do it.
Imagine you're visiting a new city. You need help. What do you say?
Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for the train station.
Of course. Go straight ahead and turn left at the next corner. You'll see it on your right.
Okay, go straight, then turn left. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
That felt like a real conversation.
Because it is. These are the kinds of conversations people have every day. And the more you practice them, the more natural they become.
I think our listeners are ready for the next step.
I think so too, because now we're moving into one of the most powerful parts of today's challenge, the part where listening becomes speaking.
Okay, now I'm curious.
Good. Let's continue.
Actually, that's true. When we start speaking, everything feels hard. But after a little practice, the sentences start feeling familiar.
Exactly. That's how confidence grows. Not in one big moment, but in small moments like this. One sentence, then another, then another.
And suddenly you're saying things that felt impossible before.
That's the magic of practice. Now let's keep going. This time we'll work with some everyday sentences that people use all the time. Not textbook English, real-life English. Ready?
Ready.
Great. Repeat with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
I'm doing well, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Can you help me?
Can you help me?
Excuse me, where's my restroom?
Excuse me, where's the restroom?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I don't understand.
I don't understand.
Can you repeat that, please?
Can you repeat that, please?
That's okay.
That's okay.
See you later.
See you later.
Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Nice work, everyone.
Really nice work. And if some sentences felt easy, that's a good thing.
Yes, easy sentences are powerful because these are the sentences people use every day.
You don't need difficult English to have a real conversation.
Exactly. Now let's learn a few useful words from today's challenge. Words that can help you talk about your English journey.
I like this part because sometimes I know a word, but I don't know how to use it naturally.
Then you're going to enjoy this. Let's start with the word practice.
That's probably the most important word today.
Maybe it is. Practice means doing something again and again so it becomes easier. For example, I practice English every day.
That's a sentence I want to say more often.
Me too. Now let's look at another word. Improve.
That's a great word because everyone here wants to improve.
Exactly. Improve means to get better little by little, not overnight. Step by step.
I like that. Step by step feels possible.
That's because it is possible. And that brings us to another important word. Confident.
Ah, yes, the word everyone wants.
Confidence doesn't mean you're never nervous. It means you keep speaking even when you feel nervous.
That's a good definition.
And that's what you're doing right now. Every sentence you speak builds confidence.
I never thought about it that way.
Most people don't. Now let's talk about another useful word. Fluent.
A lot of learners dream about being fluent.
They do. But fluency isn't about speaking perfectly. It's about expressing your thoughts comfortably.
That's much less scary than perfection.
Exactly. And speaking of perfection, let's talk about mistakes.
The thing everyone worries about.
Yes, but mistakes are not the enemy. Mistakes are part of learning. Every person who speaks English well today made thousands of mistakes before they became confident.
That actually makes me feel better.
Good, because you're supposed to make mistakes. That's how learning works.
I think many listeners needed to hear that.
I think so too. And now, let's make this a little more personal. I'm going to ask you a few simple questions, and while you're listening, see if you can answer them too.
Okay, let's do it.
What do you usually do in the morning?
I usually wake up, have breakfast, and spend a little time practicing English.
Nice. And why are you learning English?
Because I want more opportunities. I want to travel. I want to meet new people. And honestly, I want to feel more confident.
That's a beautiful reason.
What about everyone listening? I wonder why they're learning English.
That's actually a great question. Everyone listening, tell us in the comments, why are you learning English? And where are you listening from today?
I'd love to read those answers.
Me too, because every learner has a different story. And in the next part of today's challenge, we're going to take these simple answers and turn them into longer, more natural conversations.
Okay, now I'm really curious.
Good, let's keep going.
I think our listeners will like that.
I hope so, because learning English does not have to feel heavy. The first thing is simple. Use English every day. Even 5 minutes matters.
5 minutes?
Yes, 5 minutes today, 5 minutes tomorrow. Small steps become big results.
I like that. It feels possible.
Good. The second thing is this. Don't wait until you feel ready. Speak first. Confidence usually comes after action, not before it.
Wow. I think many people need to hear that.
I know I did when I was learning. And the third thing, be kind to yourself.
That's an important one.
It really is. Some learners make one mistake and immediately think, my English is bad. But that's not true. Mistakes are part of the journey.
And honestly, today I made a few mistakes.
You did, and you kept speaking. That's what matters.
You know what? At the beginning of this episode, I felt nervous, but now I feel much more comfortable.
That's exactly why we started this challenge. Not to become perfect, to become a little more confident every day.
And today was only day 1.
Exactly. Think about that for a second. Today was only the first step. We practiced real conversations, useful sentences, new words, and most importantly, we spoke English together.
When you say it like that, we actually did a lot.
We really did. And everyone listening right now, you should be proud of yourself. You showed up, you listened, you practiced, and that's how progress begins.
So what should everyone do after this episode?
Simple. Choose 10 English sentences and say them out loud today. Not tomorrow, today.
I like that challenge.
And before you leave, tell us something in the comments. Why are you learning English? And where are you listening from?
I always enjoy reading those comments.
Me too, because every learner has a different story, and we're building this journey together.
So what happens next?
Well, let's just say day 2 is coming very soon, and we're going to practice even more real English conversations together.
Now I'm curious.
Good, because that's all I'm going to tell you for now. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to Emma Daily Podcast and turn on notifications. That way you won't miss the next part of our 5-day English speaking challenge.
Trust me, you'll want to be here for day 2.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in your progress.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Until then, take care of your English and take care of yourself. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. See you in the next video.